Hi everyone, welcome to the Design Freaks videos. Today we're going to learn a couple of techniques on Photoshop which I've lately discovered, and it's pretty fun because they're going to reduce your time by quite a lot. So what we're going to do is, say for instance I have multiple of these images which I like to have something very similar on each of them, and if I'd like to save my time instead of doing it multiple times, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make actions. How do I start with action? Now you can simply go on Window. There is an action type right here. Click on that and then you have this panel of actions right here. Now for example, if I'd like to have all my images in black and white, I'm going to click on the image. Before I do that, make sure your plus sign is selected. Click on that. You can name the action as whatever you'd like. I'm going to name it as black and white. Okay. Default actions, it has to be the same. Function key, now you can do this for your shortcut. You can keep it as F1. I'm going to press it as F1 and shift. You can give it your favorite color. I'd like to go with the red one and click on record. Now once that's recording, your action is started to record here. I'm going to give it a black and white effect. So I'm going to go on my adjustment panel and give it black and white. Say for instance I'm okay with this and I'd like to go ahead with this and I'd like to save it. I'm going to save as on my folder with in a JPEG format. Save. Okay. And now if I want to close this, I'm going to press the shortcut as Command W. Don't save because I've already made a copy of it. Now when I'm done with that, just press your stop button. Once that is done, now for each and every image that you want to give the same kind of effect, you can go on black and white and click play. Go on this one, click play and keep pressing the play button. What is now happening over here? All your images have gotten the black and white effect. Just go on TDF right here and now you'll notice that all the images are black and white in color. The quality has not reduced whatsoever and it has just literally taken 2 minutes for you to resize so many images or maybe get of the specific effect you'd like. Now let's do a thing. Let's crop in a much simpler way within seconds. What I have recently discovered is, for example, if I had to crop this area, usually what we do is we go on the crop tool, we literally rescale it to whatever we'd like. Yeah, done. Now this acquires a lot of time. Instead, what I've recently discovered is, take your marquee tool, shortcut is M, you select whichever area you'd like to and just press C. Done. Your area has been cropped and been taken care of and it's done. It has literally taken 2 seconds for you to do that. What other thing you can do is, now with your marquee tool, if you'd like an elliptical marquee tool and if you have a certain shape that you'd like to do it in, press C and this gives you exactly of that shape as well. So yeah, whatever you're going to select, your crop tool is going to give you a selection and it's going to crop the image exactly in the same manner. So I think that's pretty helpful. Now another thing what we can do is, usually if you're gonna make a Instagram grid, so let's try this where I'm gonna have 3000 by 1000. That's cool. Now I'm just gonna take an image, place this right here for example. Now if this has to be my Instagram grid, I'm going to go and maybe crop each of them in 1000 by 1000 and then move them as and when I'd like. Right now that's absolutely wrong. Now the technique that I've found out a way which is much easier to do is, you have your grids right here, new grid by layout. You can divide it by 3, rows can be 1. Okay, once you're good to go with this, you can go on the crop tool and use the slice select tool. What this does is, click on the size tool. Once you get this slice from grids, click on that. Now this entire layout has been divided into 3 sections. Once you go on your file, click on export, save for web, click on that. Now you'll see this option where the grids are right here visible. Click on save. You can click your folder. I'm going to save this right here. Save. Once you go on your folder, right here, there will be your image folder by itself. You can double click on that and you will see that these images are done. It has been divided in equal grids, which is right here. So instead of cropping individually each and everything, or maybe going on your image and canvas and resizing it right there, you can literally use your grids to slice each of them for your Instagram tool. So that's going to help you and it's going to make your efficiency in terms of cropping much precise and easier and quicker. So here you go. We're going to learn how to combine multiple images to make a proper PDF. Usually what we do is we take these images and go online and maybe combine them, or maybe use Adobe Illustrator to combine all these images. What we're going to do is we're going to do it through Photoshop, and that's going to be pretty quick. Looking on File, click on Automate PDF Presentation, click on your browser, select all these images that you'd like to combine. Now if your numbering is proper, then great. If not, you can always click on Sort by Number. It will rearrange all your files in that specific order, on your number order, alphabetical order. Click on Save, and wherever you'd like to save it, you can rename it as New PDF. Okay, and whatever specifications you have, you can click. Make sure that your images don't pixelate whatsoever. Save, and here you go. This is combining it. You can go and check out your new PDF, which has all the images properly done. There you go, it's done. Now I found out a very quick way of making this entire white background go away and making the entire selection of the dog within a couple of seconds. You can simply go on Select and click on Color Range. Just click on the white part so that you know only the dog is selected. Click OK. Once you're done with that, you will see that these fine maybe selections of the white area have also been selected. You can just take the lasso tool, make sure you click on the add one, and roughly select whichever area you'd like to make it a part of your selection. Now make sure before you do this, your inverse selection is on. Once that's done, you can just make a selection of all these things which are then being added. Now this selection is much more easier when you have a Wacom, but in case you don't even have that, you can just do it with the help of your mouse as well. Done. This is done. You can simply add your selection. Make sure that all of this is a little cleaner than what your color range has done it for you. Yeah, once this is done, you can simply take a mask and mask it out right here. Now you can add a background layer to see whether is the selection proper or no. Now in case you'd like to remove all of these white parts, etc., you can just go on your marquee tool or any selection tool. Make sure you click on Select and Mask and click all of these areas and just put a brush over it. What this is going to do is it's going to smoothen all the edges, and it's going to make your selection and your dog look very cute and cleaner. So yeah, you can just make a selection of this. Done. Move this area. Here you go. Getting deleted. Right here. Here. Now in case you would want some area to be there, you can just get it back as well. Right here. You're done. Once you're good with that, click OK, and there you go. Your dog is having cleaner edges, and of course you can clean this up using your brush as well, where you simply remove all of this area. You can zoom into it, make your brush smaller and cleaner. Yeah. And of course these little bit of detailings, you can take it out by your pen tool. You can select it, but yeah, this is a shortcut of cleaning it quickly, which will save a lot of your time. Done. There you go. This is your transparent background. I can just trim it. Yeah, done. Thank you so much guys for watching the video, and I hope you like it. You can put your comments right there of what you'd like to know next. If any ideas, anything that you can come across, please feel free to share it with us. Thank you so much. Keep watching.